For today's video, bad habits. I'll give you my 5 bad habits, and you can put yours in the comments. You might overlap with me on a few. Number 1, my stash. Too many kits. There was a time in my modeling when I had 0 above the one I was building. And as the years pass, that gradually creeps up and up. Now, how many is correct? What's a good size stash? It differs completely from person to person, and I guess it's when it starts bothering you. You know, you've now filled the cupboard, it's overflowing into other places, it's getting to the point where your boxes are getting tatty, crushed, you can't see all your stuff. It'll differ from each person, from person to person, but definitely a problem. Number 2, my desk is almost always too cluttered. Even if I clean it, a week later, it's cluttered again. And I end up with less and less and less working space, till the point where, you know, I've just got a few pieces in this amount of space, and I've got things piled up everywhere here instead of a nice good working area. Number 3, working on many kits at once. Now, I don't really have a problem with multitasking, and I like working on many at once, but it does divert your attention. It sort of spreads your attention, spreads your energy a bit thin, so you're maybe giving a bit less attention to each one than you should. Maybe it affects the quality. Number 4, setting aside models for a bit. This is quite a big one with me, actually. And this probably relates quite strongly to point number 3, we're working on many kits at once. So then one or many of those that I'm working on at once, like for instance this hell diver, which I did quite a nice job on, I think, and it doesn't have a whole lot to finish it off. Canopy masking, decals and a few bits. Setting aside for a bit, and then that bit turns into a bit longer and months and then maybe years. And then you end up with boxes, and I have quite a few boxes of models that really, they weren't to set aside because I was unhappy with them. Sometimes they are, but often I was quite happily busy with them, and now they're set aside and I don't come back to them sometimes for a very long time. So I'm not finishing what I start. Big problem for me. I think I should say that a bad habit for me, in one of those things that holds me up, is that effort in the canopy masking, especially on these naval aircraft with a lot of canopy bars. You know, it's okay to do one, and it takes the wind out of you a little bit, and then you've got a second one and a third one, and a lot of the aircraft that I do have got quite a bit of canopy masking, and that's I start losing my motivation to finish that aircraft when it comes to things like that. Number 5, rushing some aspect of the model. Either rushing an aspect of the painting. So I've sort of, you know, I've got a bit of time left on this Saturday. I want to quickly get that paint mixed in and spray, and something was wrong with the paint. I didn't test it properly first. A little bit of a bad batch, a little bit clumpy or something like that, and sort of now it's on the aeroplane and I've ruined that aspect of it. Either need to fix it or whatever. Or rushing a gluing item and messing a little bit of glue because I was just in too much of a rush. So that's the 5 that I could think of. I'm interested to hear some of yours. Put them in the comments there. Cheers.